Alright. Oh, the browser's not there again. One second. There's no music. There we are. Have to get that set up. Huh. Maybe my mic isn't close to my... Oh, I'm not facing it. Maybe I do this instead. Maybe I sit it behind my tablet. That way it's always facing me. Because I'm drawing. There we are. That's better. Yeah. I was drawing already this morning. I was messing with hatching and stuff. But essentially... one thing I want to get out of the way, maybe I'll wait until some people join. Need to refresh this. Yeah, I'll wait a bit. I guess I'll just doodle in silence until some people join. Oh, thank you. I almost forgot there was a delay in YouTube, so you're probably seeing the stuff that I sketched. Oh, oh, the intro. Good morning, Night City. I only put this in the playlist because I think it's funny. I think it's really funny. Yeah. Having this just on the stream. Is this random? Yeah, it's random. Okay. Is it, wait, did it just reset? No, it's done now. Welcome to Night City. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know what I'm drawing. My brain ain't braining. Do the axolotl girl. But she's fast to draw. Makes me wonder why my other characters aren't that fast. Like, they're fast to draw, but they're not that fast. Her shirt covers her stuff. Her chest. Maybe that's why it's easier to draw. Maybe I need to brain. Brain needs to brain. And I'm having a lot of issues right now. What in the world? I could maybe that's the issue with her outfit. She's got too much going on. I don't know. Probably not. I feel like the viewer left maybe? I don't know. I'm gonna refresh it. I think the viewer left. Yeah. Oh well. Thank you for coming. Hmm. Got her. Just like a circle. Why does it feel like my brush is bigger than it should be? Maybe because I'm drawing so small. Where is it? Is it not a rock tool? I guess back to silence for now. I'll just keep drawing. Let you listen to the music.
identify the beats.
But that was too soft.
Shrunken head, broken legs, body parts on the concrete. Cut 'em up, butcher style gators in the swamp. Red light, leave them dead, running like a track meet. Scared of nobody, what your motherfuckers want. Believe me when I tell them I'm a boogeyman beast. Leave them slashed from their head to their feet. Pin bricks to the chest of a bitch, well fed, cooking meat, cannibal trying to eat. I got a zombie army, and you can't harm me. Yeah, who do you voodoo, bitch? Drink blood like a vampire without warning. Who do you voodoo, bitch? Stand up. Sam B got the thing that go bump in the night. Whoa, who do you voodoo, bitch? Hide your kids, grab your wife, better get out of sight. Who do you voodoo, bitch? Let's go. Sam B to Papa Shango, I'm Baron Samedi. Handful of fingertips, toss them up like confetti. Stable of corpse bitches, I'm a pimp of the dead. Come fuck with a zombie, I put a stake in your head. Look, you want ghouls, I got fucking platoon. Maybe everybody dies, I'm see your ass real soon. Rack bones to the marrow, hot sauce, and they suck it. Now my juju ain't nothing to fuck with. I got a zombie army, and you can't harm me. Yeah, who do you voodoo, bitch? Drink blood like a vampire without warning. Who do you voodoo, bitch? Stand up. Sam B got the thing that go bump in the night. Whoa, who do you voodoo, bitch? Hide your kids, grab your wife, better get out of sight. Who do you voodoo, bitch? Let's go. Cut your head off, you leave your motherfuckers dead. I got a zombie army, and you can't harm me. Who do you voodoo, bitch? Drink blood like a vampire without warning. Who do you voodoo, bitch? Sam B got that thing that go bump in the night. Who do you voodoo, bitch? Hide your kids, grab your wife, better get out of sight. Who do you voodoo, bitch?
and godly art of living humans drained of imperfections and grafted together to form a new and terrifying race. Wild planet, where the slightest error becomes the mutilated refuse of mankind, where success is a super being.
break. Give me a break.
Understand what's going on here.
I'll unmute myself. I don't know what's gonna happen much today. We'll see. But right now I'm just designing my character Becky. 'Cause her outfit had too much design-wise going on. Like there was a lot that needed to be adjusted, so I'm adjusting it right now with different designs. Trying to figure out what fits best. I'm really liking the shoulder pads. Not sure why. They feel right. Maybe I'll design with the shoulder pads. So like there are key elements of her design that fit. Like for instance the torn leggings always fit. I don't know why. The midriff I'm not so sure about, but it's always kind of there. I could do the I didn't even think about that. Well, I'm gonna save that for a different design, but because like I had these Dragon Ball Z style pauldrons that I used to design on the outfit. because they all used to work at this fast food restaurant in space that I was developing the story for. And that was the old version of the story. This one is a little bit different. She's a bounty hunter. I actually do think this weird, like, upper top bra design, like mid, like under boob kind of bikini thing could work. Thing is, do I give her shorts? I haven't given her a skirt yet. Could always give her a battle skirt. Nah, she's a shorts girl. That doesn't look bad though. Like, I was trying to do a vest for so long, but this could work. I'm really just picking apart design elements because, like, her old outfit. Actually, I could show. Where's it? I was trying different things. I don't actually see it. Like, her old outfit, I'll just draw it because I'm a big nerd. Big old nerd. Big old nerd head. In fact, I can just grab one of these. 1 second. I'll grab one of these and copy it, and then move it. Whatever that works. Does what I needed to do. And then merge. She has these boots, blah blah blah. Okay, back to trying to get this to work. She basically wore a vest. I didn't block it out like I should have. Like, her vest should be blocked out off of her torso. But I didn't end up doing that. And she had these shorts. She had a belt buckle that was clenched teeth, which I kind of wanted to have back in, but it's a lot of noise. Like, I might put it back in, but her outfit was basically this. There's just a lot of stuff going on. Like, she's got this torn, and it's like, okay, that works. But she has a vest that was never really a vest. Like, I kept putting it into a tank top. It didn't really fit well. The belt adds to the noise. I just wanted to be clearer. Maybe coloring this would be easier to see, but trying to take apart things that I like in the design. So, like, I added the shoulder pads in this torn shirt one, and I really like the shoulder pads. I'm not sure about long sleeves. She's supposed to be a bounty hunter though. Like, that's another part of it. Like, this worked for, like, a kind of punk bounty hunter type character or whatever. But I want more. Do I give her a t-shirt? Do I give her a tank top? I don't know. Torn, maybe? Orange sleeves? Nah. If I give her long sleeves, it just because, well, it just goes back to the other thing that I had. Looks like a sweater. Some weird crop top sweater. I guess I could talk about the, oh well. I think the, well, I don't know who's here, whatever. I'll still talk about it, whatever. Storytelling. Just for the video. The way I develop characters is by picking two kinds of traits. So I develop characters with like a personality archetype trait in mind. I'm actually gonna draw this outfit a little bit to see how well it stacks up. But like I was saying, I pick a personality trait and a kind of archetypal, like a trait title, like narcissist or optimist or coward or trickster or daredevil, and these kind of serve as a good backbone to the character, where they allow me to pick up certain connotations. Like a coward, you generally would think would be. It depends on how you want the coward to be represented. Because there are cowards that are paranoid. Actually, that's what the second trait's for. So, like, if you have a paranoid coward, it's like, what does that mean? Well, they're so paranoid, they'll do anything to be a coward, even like fight back or like attack people, because they're afraid. It's all fear based. If you're a nervous coward, well then the thing would be different. The character would be much more centered around hiding rather than action. Trying to be more avoidant. So that's kind of how I use the traits on the first layer of that, where the characters are they're kind of molded in this vague archetype, and then I use the traits, and I'll keep going with the coward angle. I use the traits and push them to their absolute extremes. Like I said, a coward that eventually becomes aggressive or tries to fight back to hide. That kind of coward in storytelling for me, they end up like basically I think of traits like a spectrum, and the character ends up going to a breaking point on the ends of the spectrum. So it could be a good breaking point or a bad breaking point. Usually it's bad, but basically they're so much of a coward they become a villain, or they hurt people but they don't intend to, right? They're paranoid. Maybe that's the point. Maybe they don't intend to, and then they have to realize what they did, and then they have to develop as a character. But the thing is, you can make the character develop in a myriad of different ways by breaking that personality trait. Another example that I give is like anger. Like a character who's constantly angry. Maybe it turns out that their anger harms people. Again, right? Harming. And they have to realize that they can't be doing that all the time. Or maybe they go down that path and become a villain. And they have that villain arc. Maybe they like it. Maybe they have to hone it and gain some discipline, and then they basically control it and aim it at certain tasks. But the whole point is, this is how I develop characters. And I have one character that's kind, and her personal development will be like having to face the reality that not everybody is nice, and some people are out to harm you. And it's because her personality revolves around trying to be the best in people, and trying to always think people are good, even when it's detrimental. Like, she could see somebody steal from somebody she knows and be like, oh, well, he didn't mean to do that. Oh, well, he's a stand-up guy. Oh, well, maybe he has problem. Like, trying to be an apologist for people that might be doing wrong is the case. And also, another example of that personality for that character is somebody who essentially, in a zombie apocalypse, sees humanity in the zombie, and everybody's telling them there's nothing there, yet the character keeps trying to humanize the zombie, or try to say, oh, but like they can be saved. Oh, like there's something in there. Or a character who's like all about animals first, instead of saving a person who's like about to fall off a cliff or die. They're like instead saving a rabbit from something else. It's like I don't know how to it's a kind of naive. Well, it's naive. One part of it's naive. Another part is being too kind. And the character development is when they get pushed so far that they'll be forced to acknowledge what's really happening. And the cool part about that character, I said this the other stream I had, is all of this is a coping mechanism for her. Hello. It's a coping mechanism for my character because her parents had died in a story plot that I'm going to have later. And basically what happens is it's a coping mechanism where she's trying to shield herself from the realities of the world, essentially, and trying to sugarcoat everything. But what happens when that doesn't work? And also she's royalty, so she's been relatively sheltered from a lot of the bad and negative things of the universe, because my story's set in space. So there's a lot of stuff I have going on. Beyond that, I was just telling how my process of writing characters is. And oh, thank you. I'm glitching out. Maybe the connection's messed up. I don't know. I hope it's not, but basically, after that, I do what I did right there was the history part. I add a part of history to the character's lore, or like who they are, that might deal with like why the personality trait exists in the first place, where it's a coping mechanism. Or it could be something else. I also add a relationship element, which is part of that too, where they might have a conflict with a relationship with somebody who's close to them, like a parent, a brother, or a sibling, siblings, whatever, same thing. They have a conflict there. Or maybe it's an internal conflict, but I like to add these kind of relationship elements to the character to basically add another layer of development later. Like it might be touched on. Oh, I accidentally did that. Sorry for being so wordy, by the way. I'm not drawing. I really did want to talk about this stuff, even if it's part of the stream that nobody will watch later. Who knows? Thank you for the hearts. I just wanted to get these thoughts out. Maybe I'll make an actual video on this, but I don't know. I basically write my characters with personality traits, I keep doing that, oh my gosh. Breaking points and backstories and stuff like that, to kind of flesh them out with some kind of psychology. And what it really allows me to do is get in their head, and after I get in there, like I can basically, in any kind of scenario, and I'm moving my hands, I'm not drawing, in any scenario, I can kind of see what they might do as a character. And that's the whole point of doing something like that. Is knowing that, and I could go farther if I were to write that way. I don't really write that way yet, where like you write what they like, what their favorite things are, why they like the color blue, whatever it is. But I don't personally see a point to do that yet. Oh man, I need to really get rid of that. I need to hide that or get rid of it. Probably need to get rid of it. I'm not going to use it often. Where is it? I need to get rid of the crop feature. I'm gonna accidentally press that over and over again. Yeah. But yeah. It's allowed me to develop my... The storytelling stuff has allowed me to develop my characters to where I know how they would act, pretty much. Like, the character I'm designing right now is a stubborn hothead. She's an orphan, she's a bounty hunter, and she's the kind of character that would just fight you over small stuff. She's like, what'd you say? Like, not stupid, but lower... Like, not really not the brightest person. Not the brightest person. It's the best way I could explain it. Yeah. That's why in the beginning of my story, she basically crashes a wedding, chasing a bounty. And lately, I've been dealing with the question of why I'm not just starting, because I can draw pretty decently. Right now, I'm not, but I don't know. I can do all this stuff. I've done it before on past comics that I tried to make before, and I wasn't too happy with them. But I was when I was doing them. I don't know. I actually don't know how this armor is supposed to work. She's got boobs. I didn't draw this particularly well. But yeah. And hopefully, the more I stream, like, the more it'll be apparent I'm trying to figure this stuff out as I go. And I like to be pretty honest about that. Might start drawing figures after this now that I like figured out something. I'm not happy about this. It doesn't look good. It looks awful. But I mean, I had plans for in the past, and I might do it again, for a website, a community Discord, all this other stuff. It's just gonna take time to do right, and what I consider right, I guess. Hmm. Maybe it's just a armor thing, I don't know. It's so stupid, though. Maybe the shoulder pads were a bad idea. I don't know what's good anymore. I'm having my doubts about this outfit. I know the top two worked, like like these two worked. My music stopped. Um, so it's interesting, writing, and I'll actually I'll take. I don't know what alpha I like. I might just stick with this one, the basic one. Basic might be good, but about what did I do? What the? Oh, it's a separate layer. I'm silly. But from what I could piece together about writing, um, I like to do a plot outline first, the rough plot outline of like the entire uh thing that I'm writing down, like actions, the events that you want to happen and stuff. And then when you actually start writing, uh you'll write out the actual story, like with the actual things that are going to happen within the story, like actions, like people talking, people doing things, kind of stuff. Like, because I always had a problem with this when I was learning to write or trying to figure out how to write, and I'm not going to do this with a comic, which is interesting. But essentially, it boils down to writing the main plot out, like what's going to happen, like guy barrels behind a car, gets like knows like he's under fire, barrels behind a car, in this kind of like street that's like cars are turned over and stuff, blah blah blah. And he grabs something and throws it over the car. That would be actually that might be more, that's like a more detailed plot, but you'd still need to write out the actions and the dialogue and stuff like that. I don't know. It depends on what you're writing. But I like to get that detail with the plot, because I figured, I looked at manga and I looked at how it's done, and I'm curious if it's done differently when the writer isn't the artist. Like you have a writer and artist separately, because I know that happens. Like Dr. Stone has this where the writer is not the artist. They work together, and apparently from what somebody showed me, they basically fax over their storyboards. So the writer knows how to storyboard in that sense, which is interesting. But basically, storyboards, or names as they're called in Japan, are like the backbone of manga. In America, for some reason, well, it's probably because the writers don't know how to draw. I guess I don't know. I don't know what the real reason is. But they write scripts, and the scripts go like this. They're not actually like movie scripts. They're much more like they're each panel. So a panel on a comic book is the single image in the box. And it'll have like panel 1, action and dialogue. Panel 2, action. Panel 3, action and dialogue. Like it does that. So it's not like normal writing. It's from when I tried to do it, it's different. And there's no like real format for it apparently in American comics. There's just, you just do it different ways, I guess. I don't know. But, and this is me doing a little bit of digging and research to see how this stuff is done, because I wanted to learn. And from what I could tell, manga doesn't do that. They storyboard. So they storyboard the entire page out. And then they storyboard the entire page out, and then they basically redo the storyboard over and over again as the rough. So it'll have the dialogue and the action and the poses and stuff, and like how the whole thing is composed and laid out. And then they get to drawing the roughs, and then they tighten those, and then they ink them. It just seems like it's skipping the middleman between a normal script. Like the script in American comics feels weird to me, because like you could just get the layout and start writing the dialogue that fits the picture. Instead, you're drawing the picture that fits the dialogue. It just seems weird. Like it seems kind of odd. It works for whoever's doing it, I guess, but I personally like using a rough plot and then doing a storyboard. This sounds more it sounds more fluid to me, is the word I'm looking for. I'll actually draw some things instead of letting people look at a blank screen. It's kind of boring, I guess. I'm talking too much. Talk, talk, talk. I should entertain. But I knew I wanted to talk about this stuff today. Why does my brush feel so weird? And I read the comment, by the way, if you're still here. Izaka GM. There's just a delay, and I also didn't state that I read it. I'm reading the chat. I have the chat up on my OBS. I'm always reading chat. Maybe I should acknowledge people more in chat. I'm just kind of afraid somebody's gonna say something that I don't really want to acknowledge. Like, it did happen in one of my chats. And it could derail the whole vibe. But yeah, I wanted to do storytelling in comics for a long time. So I did research on the methods of how things are made, I guess. And I'm really surprised about the name thing. I'm not sure. I'm curious. It's not that I'm not sure. I'm curious if people that are trying to do manga outside of Japan even know about how the names in manga. And names are storyboards. The same. That's just how they are said in Japan. Because I couldn't find any information about that online, really. Like, I was lucky to find, like, a couple scraps of information. And I can talk. I have a mouth on me. I just don't... I try not to do it in front of other people, but... Because, like, I feel like I can take over a conversation if I do. I've done that in the past. But this is my YouTube channel, so...
This is what it is, okay? I said empty your mind. Be formless, shapeless, like water.
Yeah.
Now you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put it in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Now water can flow, or it can crash.
I didn't. I'm having issues drawing today. Maybe it's the brush. I'll switch brushes really quick. Let me go to this window and get the cogwheel. Let's fix this hotkey. Where is it? This one. I'll use this brush instead for now. It's the one that I was developing. Yeah, it's an Axel. This is that character I was talking about who's kind. She's a princess, and her parents are gone. Her grandpa didn't approve of her parents' marriage in the first place, so she's kind of the result of that. and it's interesting. Like I don't know, I wrote lore, and the wedding that's crashed by my other character is her wedding, and another character that I have. I could talk about the older story that used to exist. Basically, in the older story, all these characters were abducted and forced to work at a fast food restaurant in space. And I always wanted these two characters to be in a romance at some point. And when I rewrote the story again and restructured it, I was like, why don't I just make all the characters go to their endings that I had planned, where I wanted them to be, and just start them there and see what happens, and it works. So she was supposed to be a bounty hunter. She was supposed to be in a romance with a space prince and become a princess. So it's like, let's just go with it, so that they're at a wedding in the very beginning. Yeah. That's what I came up with. I like when I write, particularly to go with the ideas that people would say no to, or what I would say no to. So it's like, and I'm getting better at it, where it's like, we have this guy, and he, oh man, what if he did that? What if he's chasing after a lost shirt that was so important to him for some reason? Oh no, I don't know about that idea. I don't. Maybe this is stupid. Maybe it's bad. And I'm like, wait a second. Maybe we should do that. Maybe we do that. That could be cool. That could be silly. Let's go. Let's go with this man who's on an epic quest to find a T-shirt. For who knows what reason. Maybe he has something inside it. Maybe it's got some sentimental value. Maybe it was somebody given to him from somebody he admired. Maybe it's a special T-shirt. And I mean, think about it. That's Luffy's hat, right? Luffy's hat is just an ordinary straw hat. But no, it's not. It's a straw hat from the Pirate King. Oh, it's a special hat. You know, I would love to see a story where Luffy's hat is stolen. And what the frick would happen. That would be infinitely more interesting. Especially since he has that crazy attachment to it. Could you imagine? But then a writer would be like, oh no, like, wait, he's on his epic quest. We can't do that. And I'm like, let's do it. Let's see what happens. It could be funny. What's cool? I'm not even drawing that much, which I feel bad about, but I need to make sure I got the right pen. Alright, this ain't... Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna do. I was gonna rearrange the pens. That way it's always first. There we go. I need a better brush size. There we are. But yeah, I that's how I think of storytelling is. I wanna see wackier things. There was this guy who had a story idea. He had 2 story ideas, and he's telling me about them. And one of them was a vampire hunter story, and the other one was a magical girl like Sailor Moon story. And I was like, that's boring. And I told him this, and I don't know that he did it. I can't remember. I was like, why don't you just merge those ideas? Why don't you just have vampire hunters that are sailor, like magical girls? Magical girl vampire hunters. And I was like, why don't you do that? Because, like, smashing ideas together just works. At least for me. I'd rather watch that than just a boring vampire hunter story. Yeah. I don't know. And the fun thing is I think you can be serious with those stories too. I don't think they have to just be silly. I think it depends on how you write it. So I think I want to do this differently. I want to have this. But yeah. Man, I am really having issues. I'm just gonna doodle. I'm just gonna doodle figures because I am having issues drawing today. Yeah, that's bad. Why am I having so many issues, bro? But yeah, I mean, you could take any number of ideas and merge them, I think. I mean, it's partially why things like Assassin's Creed, when they went to the future, everybody's like, why didn't we see more of that? Because what is an assassin in the future, right? It's way more cool. At least to me. I think there's a place for everything. Like, there's a place for historical or, like, made-up historical fiction. But, like, how are you gonna tease that there's a future and then not show people that much of it? Oh yeah, no, the delay definitely exists. Trust me, I know the delay exists. I've checked it. I know it's there. So like the second you put something in, like you're gonna get a comment from me later, not sooner, because it's just YouTube delay. It's something I realize with other streamers too. Like if I talked in chat, it might be instant. But then I have to stop drawing. Yeah, today is one of those days. Hmm. I wish I was feeling better. I'm in the mood to talk about writing and storytelling more than I am to draw. It's weird. Maybe I just need to draw dumb things. Because I've been stuck on like messing with my storytelling stuff for a while. And it's been interesting. I don't want to talk about this is another thing. I don't want to talk about the story how it is currently because I'm working on it and I don't want to divulge and I don't want to spoil it. I don't want to spoil anything. That's why that brush feels weird. Wait a second. Wait a second. I did something to the brush before. I forgot, where is it? Where is it? I moved this. This could be the reason. Put this to 30 as well. Or 25. That's 12. That make 15. Size. Oh, nobody's watching again. Oh well. Bye bye. I think I'll shut down the stream at 1. Especially since I'm not doing much. Forgot I just need this. Yeah, I wish... What can I do to get in the mood again? I guess I can just draw shapes. Yeah, I'll keep it on. I don't know. Do I need something? Is it the music? I mean, I've been listening to the same music for I don't even know how long. It could be the music. Ugh. Yeah, I mean, every stream I have the same music on. It could be that I have fatigue from it. Wish I could play normal music. I can go back to Cyberpunk and just riff on it. Draw some butts. Maybe I do draw with curves. I was afraid of drawing with, well, not afraid, but like, I was afraid I couldn't get back to the bean on shape because like I couldn't draw manly figures, but I might be able to again. I'm just flowing it. More about the rhythm of the curve. Hmm. I'm gonna yeah, it'd be up here. You drew the arms too long because I didn't really focus on drawing them. But if I can do that, that means I can draw skinnier figures. I can draw all types of figures with this. Hmm. Back to drawing this gun. I think this is definitely a different vibe to drawing. Hmm. What the? Oh, there it is. Hello. I just got done my storytelling rant. Probably not gonna do that again. I mean, it took up a lot of time. And I wasn't drawing all the time when I was doing that. I was just also I was having a lot of issues drawing. Oh, they're gone. Okay. I think I'm just gonna ignore chat for now, or like not ignore chat, but like ignore the views. I'm thinking too much about it. I guess I could minimize this. I don't need to see the viewer count. It's probably that might be well. That's the way you look at chat. Is there a way to hide that from myself? I just stick it on the select stream page. There we are. That way I'll never know. I'll never know how many viewers are there. I don't want it to get in my head. This is what happened when I stopped drawing with triangles. Bro. Alright. Where's her tail though? Oh. Alright, we're gonna rain. Well, yeah, maybe. I don't know. Wait a second. I gotta make him muscular. This is gonna be top heavy, but then have a belly. There we go. I'm just being extremely messy. Arms. Arms. Brain. Brain, we're getting out of shape mode. We're going into form mode. We're going into round mode, into curve mode. This is how I used to draw. This is somewhat how I used to draw. Let's go. I don't think I was this messy, but I'm not confident doing it again. Oh, Astromorph's thing is there. I don't even have him in my stream. Yeah, that part of the chest could have been better. And I could have drawn the legs with the crotch there. The arm could be drawn better. God, I'm so not used to doing this. Should also erase some stuff so it's less ambiguous. Like all this is noise now. Should've just bucket filled. I'm a nerd. I'm a big nerd. Okay. How do I do the noodle man? I feel like I could do this. I can lower the volume of the music. It's not... It's just meant to be background noise, really. I don't know. Ugh. Big pants. Do I really want to do big pants, though? I kinda... He is supposed to be semi-muscular. For a coward and a skinny guy, like, he's supposed to be like this kind of slim, muscular build. Athletic. I just never remade him that way. And it made him look more like a clown with big pants. Ugh. Maybe I'll go for the physiques that I had before. And stop. Not really stop, but like don't use shapes as much as I used to. Or not like as much as I am. Yeah, I like shapes, but I don't know. Unsure how I want to draw. Oh. So he's long. He's long boy. His belly would be right here. But he doesn't have a belly button because he's a plant. Plants don't have belly buttons. Plants don't need belly buttons. I don't even know how he has a skeleton. Plants don't have skeletons. He's supposed to have suspenders on too. He's like a full goofball. He's a mechanic. He's a ship mechanic. Maybe I should give him bigger gloves. I don't know. He did have bigger gloves before. And I gave him a hat that I'm still on the fence about, like a Mario hat almost. That arm is wonky. Because I scrabbled it. I scrabbled it all. I drew her really tiny. Way tinier than I normally draw her. It's freaking small fry. I keep doing that with legs too. Maybe if I draw the hips. And then draw the leg. How do I do this? I disabled the viewer count so I can't see it. It is for the best. Because I'll get disappointed. Knowing myself. Ugh. I think the issue is I'm centering it, and it wouldn't be centered. Like it'd be like this. So I think maybe. They had lats.
Overload, too much information, I can't handle this. Gotta turn it up to be unreachable. Buy some time for what it's worth. It's really on you to decide. You own a key to queendom. Music can make time stand still. You can say hi. Just by listening to the same tune. You can say hi. By looking into each other's eyes. You can say hi, baby, hi. Just by listening to the same tune. You can say hi. By looking into each other's eyes. Overload, too much knowledge on my phone, I've got enough. Can't use it all, plus it's deceiving too. Buy some time, all you really want is some time at hand. You're powerful, just go to bed, stop staring at your screen all night, all night. You can say hi, just by listening to the same tune. You can say hi, boy. Looking into each other's eyes. You can say hi without a phone. You can say hi. You can say hi just by listening to the same tune right now.
You better watch your back.
Said I was gonna close the stream at like 1 probably. Mm. It's not like I've been drawing anything particularly well today. I think I will actually be later, like back later. I don't know. I'll probably be back at 3. Take a small break. I'm definitely gonna do it for 20, 25 more minutes or something like that, because that's when it hits 1.
Check it out.
We only getting started. Yeah, I got the light. He got the light. We got the light. What you know about it? So much light. More light than a spike in your power bill. Or a match when it strike, we devour ill. They don't know how to feel.
What is this?
Mental gangbangers. Never saw losers, but we
No idea.
rearrange strangers with the Rickens next mission. Bring the light to your home, electrician. I've been grinding since the basement. If you know, you know, man, you not adjacent. I'm in a league of my own. My soul speaking through poems. Both your speakers are blown for my songs. Let's get it on. I'm ready for the challenge. The dichotomy of dark and light is all about balance. Life's never perfect. Beauty runs deeper than the surface. Album on sale, but the soul not for purchase.
Not drawing figures would help me. It's not. Also trying to draw ridiculous figures that are just odd. I don't know. There's my... There's... I can do one. I'm gonna try in blue. I'm more than a chess piece. Pawn starving a bargain for scraps while the rest eat. Left me to fend for myself, and I conquered where the wild things are with the monsters. As the earth keeps turning, lies keep turning. My eyes see burning. Fire desire with quiet. I'm blessed as 3 sermons. Speaking that breeze, defeat vermin. Billie Jean, you can see the light. Every step that I take, walk with a glow kept to my fate. Like this, light switch, like this, priceless, like this, light switch, like this, priceless. Hit the light switch if you need a light switch, like this, right quick for the night shift. I got the light, we got the light, we got the light switch. Shine on, young king, with the gleam of a colorful dreamer, clean by the redeemer, queens of radiant demeanor, beams of light. I know you've seen us. Shine bright through the zeitgeist. Banking on jewels, hit a nice heist. Drop a few gems, then ignite mics. Land of the free, but it comes with a slight price. You are not nice. Rappers want to battle, not a sweat. Quiet is kept like Naruto's wife. He not a threat. Young vet in the place. Masses, brains all trash. The mind is a terrible thing to waste. Darkness embraced like a plague. But I light never would be dim. Better grab a Yeah, I think I'm done. I'm done for right now. I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna come back later. Probably at 3. I'm gonna make an alarm for it.